Hello everyone. Over 80 years of existence of the William Angliss Institute, we are so passionate about hospitality, foods, events and tourism in Australia as well as other countries. In Sri Lanka, over a period of time, over 7 years, William Angliss Institute SLIIT makes better graduates, and we are part and parcel of the industry, and we are an anchor of the industry. Today, we have a very special person. She is an alumni of our institute. Also, she has pursued her career and her studies in overseas, well as Switzerland, as well as in USA. She's very own to us. She's very special to us. She's none other than Tinalee Perera. She is amazing. She's stunning. She's with me. So Tinalee is now a lecturer at William Angliss Institute. So how are you, Tina?
I'm very good, thank you, cousin. How are you?
I'm doing good too.
Very nice.
Yeah. So you haven't changed a bit. The same old Tinalee.
Really? Are you sure about that?
I am sure.
All right, thank you.
But you have changed your outfit and
Well, you have to
on the move.
Yeah, we have to develop with the age and stuff. Yeah, you have to mature.
Tina, now I call you Tina because
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
so
Yeah, that's what you use it for. Exactly.
Yeah, personal. Tina, now you are a student.
Yeah.
Now you are a lecturer at the same institute. What is your experience? How do you see and how do you differentiate?
So first of all, the differentiating of me being a student and me being a lecturer, it's like a drastic change, I would say. So as a student, it was different because I was more timid. I wouldn't talk.
You were very timid.
Yeah,
but you were studious.
I was studious, but at the same time, I was very timid. I wouldn't talk. I wasn't confident enough within myself. But as a lecturer, it's totally different. And it's just beautiful experience. It just brings all the beautiful memories that I had when I was a student. Because when I go to a classroom, when I sit down, all I can think of is, oh my gosh, that's where I used to sit. This is where I used to sit. This is what I used to do when the lecturer was teaching me.
Is this campus same or now it's different?
To be honest, it's totally different. Because when we first started, it was brand new.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point to talk. You were from the very first batch of hospitality.
Correct.
So now we had batch 21.
Right.
21 batches. Right. You were from the very first batch. And also we have 9 commercial cookery batches, 4 event managers batches, and also we are planning to have patisserie in future. Right. But you are from very first batch. Tell us about that experience. I was also not there in the campus.
Right. We opened this campus. We kind of ruled this campus. So when we first came, it was in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. So we didn't have these premises. They had the building and everything, but it wasn't open. Yeah. So we had to do lectures at SLIIT Mini Auditorium. I still can remember.
So meaning you all didn't have a building here?
No, we didn't. We did have the building, but it was under construction. So when we first came, I still remember, I think it was the very first months of 2013.
April.
Was it April? Okay. So it was brand new for us, and experiencing cooking in the kitchen, and nobody has touched those, We were the
my God,
first one.
you would have really smelled the
Right, we did. And the chairs, the tables, it was brand new. The classroom, the board, it was so white, everything was perfect. But as a student, it was so beautiful how I used to meet professionals, because this was the very first step for me to be a professional in education, I would believe. So it was just a beautiful experience for me because I met so many people, as I told you, as my friends, and also a good set of lecturers. That was the very strong concrete that I got. I believe that was the very first step for me to open to the world. It was the passport.
How it was different from other areas? What did the Angliss did? What did Angliss do for you?
Well, mainly I think William Angliss is a affiliation to Australia. It's an Australian institute. Yeah. And most importantly, it made me adapt to other countries, because we had the foreign exposure, because most of the lectures back then, we had I would say 75% of the lecturers were from Australia. They just came from Australia to teach us. So one of them was Stephen, actually. He taught us bar operations.
He was the bar,
Very, very friendly lecturer. I really enjoyed his, teaching style. And the second one was Kamo, some
Kamo,
of them. Yeah,
Uno Ala,
Kamo.
yeah,
She
Kamo.
was teaching us coffee.
Yeah.
And Rudy was the very first lecturer, actually. Foreign lecturer from Australia. She was a very nice lady, too. So there was like a couple of other lecturers from Australia.
Deb wasn't there then?
Deb wasn't. Deb came from the second batch. Yeah. But it was nice, you know, it was a nice experience. So that exposure that they gave me actually helped me to go to the world and see other countries, how they are teaching.
So now stopping that, I like to hear your success story.
Okay.
Of 8 years now. Now
8 years.
2020, it was in 2013.
13.
So there is a big journey of you.
Right.
We would like to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. So as I told you, I am honestly, this is like my second family because like this is where I grew.
Right.
This is where I became a woman, not a girl, a woman. You know.
Okay.
So when I first started here, it was amazing. So I enjoyed everything, and I still can remember as a advanced diploma student, I actually worked as a sandwich artist at Subway.
Okay.
That was the very first job that I did. It was nice. You know, it wasn't a big job. You know. Now when I think about it,
no, those back then.
that's
oh
what I'm
God,
saying. Like it was like the best job that I ever had in my life. You know, that's the feeling I had. But it was like a good exposure for me once again, you know, like, you know, they say like every person who's like very advanced in the industry, they started from the basis. So I feel like it really gave me a kick to, you know, be the woman that I am right now. And then after completing advanced diploma in here, I actually joined Hilton Colombo for 1 year as a guest relation officer. So I worked there, and then I was like, you know what, I'm into more studies. You know, I'm a person who loves studying and to grow in that field. So I was like, you know what, I need to do my degree. And I wanted to go to a different country because I had the Australian exposure already when I was a kid. You know, I was raised there for a couple of years. So I was like, you know what, I want to go to Switzerland, which is like the you know, the
very reserved type
the more reserved, but at the same time, it's like known for hospitality. You know what I mean? So
the
it's
best
like the best place for
Swiss chocolate.
Amazing. You know, Switzerland is a beautiful country to begin with. You know, everything is like perfect. So I was like, you know what, I need to go to Europe side to see how hospitality is being done. So I did my degree over there, and then I also worked at a hotel called Thesoni Classic, which is an authentic Swiss hotel. So only Swiss people came. You know, they were very reserved. I'm telling you, like, you know, they were like really, I mean, they were friendly, but at the same time, it's a different culture, totally different culture. And I also worked at Hilton Zurich in Switzerland as well. In the front desk, sorry, not the front desk, food and beverage, and also housekeeping department. So I had like both the mixture. I worked actually at all departments to get the you know, the hang of every department, how everything is being done.
So now I'm coming to a best part of your life.
Yeah.
Going to USA.
That is the best part. So I was like, you know what, still I'm not qualified. You know, I still want to do more, you know. And I was like, let me just do my master's, MBA in hospitality, business administration. And I was thinking for a moment, and I was like, USA, that's the country I want to go. So a little bit of time I worked, I did my studies in Switzerland, and then I moved to USA. I did my studies in USA, which was another turn in my life. Which
another
was like,
endeavor, I would say.
It was an endeavor. It was like beautiful. It was like me being more what I can be. You know what I mean? It's
your
like
capacity was broadening.
It's like becoming more of me, you know? And then I worked.
Would you mind having coffee?
Yeah, of course, that would be great.
Yeah, you can talk.
So then I went to USA, and then after completing my master's, I actually did my internship there as well. So I have black.
No sugar.
No sugar.
No sugar.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did my internship there as well.
Okay.
Which it was 1,814 roomed hotel. It was a big hotel. It had 3 convention halls. So it was like more into events. You know, I was more into events.
Convention
center.
Convention center.
It was amazing too. Good experience. I worked at the front desk. I did a lot of cross training with the celebrity check-in. So I got to meet like all these celebrities, you know. So it was like something.
Which part of USA?
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas. So I was working in Dallas. There's a hotel called Marriott, Gaylord Marriott. It was like, it's actually the very second largest non-casino hotel in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, in the world. The first one was Tennessee.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. So I just completed that. And then that's when I came to Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
You know, after completing my internship.
Yeah.
So
you can't call it internship. It
was more like working. But you know, it was with the university. Because university had to give the
Give
recommendation
recommendations.
saying this student
Yes,
is good. And yeah. So, but anyway, like when I was in the US itself, I contacted you guys and they were like, we will be really happy to hire you.
Yeah.
Why don't you come here?
Yeah.
Because I got so many like from other institutes too, and also from the industry. I was like, this is my home. I want to go back to where I was, and I was a student.
Hold on. Secret of this campus is we recognize and we value our own alumni. They are part and parcel of this building. They are part and parcel of this brand. They're part and parcel of Sri Lanka. Okay.
That is true though. So they just, the very first thing when I told that I want to come here, they were like, please come, we're taking you. And you won't believe, when I first landed to Sri Lanka, right? I didn't sleep for 23 hours. The flight is 23 hours. I went to Kandy, which is my hometown, and I came back to Colombo for an interview. So it was the very first day that I landed, I came to the interview.
Okay.
I was so excited. I wasn't even feeling tired. I was just me, myself. And I remember Mr. Manohar was asking, are you not tired? I was like, no, I'm excited. And he was like, when do you want to start? I was like, today. I want to start today. And he was like, well, you can't start today, but we will give you a week and then you are ready to go.
So because in fact, what we have to say here, you are ours, right? You are ours. We don't have to differentiate you all because we know how you came across in the campus and how you brought up everything we know.
Right.
So we don't need any more recommendations.
Exactly. Yeah, he was like so excited and I was excited at the same time.
A couple of weeks ago, when I had the discussion with Julian, he was also emphasizing the same fact that you would have to come to the campus.
I mean, I have to be honest that there is a place for alumni students, in this campus, and they actually look after us. It's like a family. That's what I'm saying. It's like my second family, away from the family, my real family. So I believe that.
So there is a message for all our alumni. Please join us with us.
Yeah, you'll have a bright future. So anyway, so that's my, career-wise, how I succeeded in my life.
So Tina, now tell me about your hobbies. Of course, I perfectly know that you are a fashion icon. You are a fashion icon, and you look more corporate than anyone else.
Thank you.
Talk about your fashion, and I want your hobbies also to be.
Right. So one of the hobbies, which is going on par with my fashion, is actually my gym. I feel like to be
and yoga.
And yoga, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's like my two main things. Yoga and fitness. Gym. So I believe like if you are a corporate woman, if you want to be a corporate person, if you want to stand out from other people, I think grooming is one of the most important thing. Like where you go, according to the situation, I think you have to dress up, So I have like my own clothing, according to my dresses, my shoes,
even
earrings, my perfume, my watches, everything is like lined up. Because I feel like how I stand up to myself, like, the dressing, how I present myself rather, it just shows what kind of person you are. When you see a person, it's just not judging, I wouldn't say it's judging, but you see, like the first impression is more important. So I always like to go with the fashion, I believe you just don't have to be like a person who's like working and only studying. You can also, be a person who loves fashion and, dress up
of
and,
course,
be beautiful to
be
yourself.
Beautiful,
Exactly. So gym.
A lot of women do not.
I mean, I feel like it's not even only women. I think men should be like, handsome, like
course,
dress up. Yeah. And I've seen you too.
Don't talk about it now.
So it's like, you have to, I feel like you have to feel confident in you. So gym is actually one of my hobbies that I do, and yoga as well. That makes me more confident. And also I love reading a lot, like more academic books actually, not novels and things. I'm not really interested in novels, but I do like books about psychology, like, law of attraction, those kind of books.
Coming to your personality or your career per se, now you are a lecturer. Right. You are a lecturer per se, but you are in the academic world.
Yeah.
You are not in the practitioners.
No.
Most of our graduates and most of our alumni, they are in the industry.
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate this, the practitioner and the academic?
This is what I have to tell. Like, I've been in the operation as well. I've worked in all the departments. I've started from the beginning. As I told you, I was a subway artist. So I've come a long way. But when I come to the academic side, I would definitely say, I know that there are so many students that actually want to be lecturers. This is a message for all of you guys. don't just say that I want to do advanced diploma and then stop and then go to the operation. It doesn't work that way. Do a degree,
Get the qualification.
Get the qualification. You need it. People will say you don't need qualification, but trust me, when I went to abroad, I've been to 20 countries so far, and all the countries that I've been to, they recognize what the qualification is. They need the paper. They say, especially when you're in the academic side, if you don't have a master's, how are you supposed to teach another student? If you don't have a degree, how are you supposed to teach another person with knowledge?
Academic qualification, what matters?
Very important. I think
because in this industry, we have a lack of the professional lecturers, right? That's what she's emphasizing here, right? The point of being a lecturer and not be a trainer, to be a lecturer, the qualified lecturers are lacking in this industry. That's what she's enlightening and emphasizing here.
Yeah, that is important. I feel like for all the people that wanted to be a lecturer one day, please have a degree and don't ever think like this is the end of me. No, go for a master's, do a PhD. That's what I'm planning to do now.
Correct. Very interesting.
It's just you have to keep going.
And going back to the school days or going back to Angliss days. Now, how did Angliss impact you in your career?
As I told you, I think this is the very first stage that I got the passport to the world.
Okay, so you consider this as a passport?
Passport, definitely. This is the passport. If I don't have this qualification, like when Swiss people, when they just went through my qualifications, they were like, oh, William Angliss, it's actually world recognized.
Yeah.
They told me that you need a certificate from advanced diploma certificate that is world recognized. So when they first saw the certificate that it's from William Angliss, they were like, okay, we hire you to this university. And they hired me. And if they didn't, because there are so many students actually that didn't have that, they didn't have a world recognized certificate, so they got disqualified. So this is like very important. What we are like stepping into is one of the most important stages in your life. So I think like this is where it drove me to open to the world.
At one point, I very well remember that you told you are the only Sri Lankan girl in your batch in Switzerland.
In Switzerland, yeah.
Also, you told me that Angliss qualification helped you a lot.
Yes.
How does? Talk about a bit.
Excuse me. So I was actually the very first female student that came to that school. So for them, it was like a huge deal, I would say. There were so many Sri Lankan guys, but I was the very first woman, like a female student that came to this university. So for them, they recognized me so well, and the way I performed, it was like something very impressive for them. But I guess it's just not me only, because I told you I was a very timid girl, I wasn't like talking, I was like
very timid.
Very yeah, I had like big glasses, so I was like the nerdy type, But I guess like
But you were studious.
I was studious, yeah. But you guys lecturers molded me to be a person that I actually am, like the better version of Tinalee, I would say. So that's when it helped me to go
I
to
would say
Switzerland.
Tinalee to Tina.
Yeah, Tinalee to Tina. Yeah.
Tina,
So that's what happened. It's just made me the better person. I guess like this stage, wherever like the alumni students or whomever is planning to come to our school, I think this is going to be very very first stage that will make them the person they want to be.
So Tina, now you want to do psychology. What makes you to do psychology? Because it's a totally away from what you have learned. Because you have learned hospitality, business management, and psychology. What?
So currently I am doing the degree in psychology. So the very first reason why I actually want to do psychology is I'm really interested. Like more than anything in this world, I think psychology is like my number one.
Okay.
All right. Secondly, I feel like when I stand in front of a class, there are so many students with so many personalities. If there are 20 students in my class, there are 20 different personalities. I want to study each of them so I can deliver my lectures and I can take care of them better. Because psychology is like basically the science of human behavior. So that's what I want to learn. Even like in day-to-day life, I can read people. It's not like magic or anything. It's just actually like seeing how they're acting and what they want, what they expect from you. Their perception about things, about life. I'm interested in people's mind. That's why I read a lot about the psychological articles, research papers. It just makes my mind broad. So my plan is now to do a PhD in psychology.
Interesting. To do a PhD in psychology. So,
Yeah.
meaning it's a long journey.
It is long, but
It
you know,
will be a long journey.
It will be definitely. But I believe like nothing is impossible if you actually put your effort and if you have the feeling that you can do this, because nothing is, everything is possible in this world. Like there are so many psychologists, they are humans too. Then why not me? I'm a human, I can do it.
Now, Tina, now we all are going through a very difficult time. It's a global pandemic that we have to face.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about it? How do you see the industry? What will happen to?
So yeah, this is a world crisis, I would say. It's a pandemic situation that we are facing right now. But when it comes to hospitality per se, I would say that it's picking up, because I heard that in upcountry, most of the hotels, they are like fully packed.
Fully packed.
So that means there is like,
domestic tourism.
Domestic. But we are planning to welcome our tourists from different countries on 1st of August as well. So I know that it was a hard time for us for 3 months, 4 months, let's say 5 months, right? But still, like the way people are behaving, keeping the social distancing and, using sanitizers, I know that we are still practicing that. And I know that we have a bigger part as well to help the society to do something.
Correct.
And I know that, even when I came to the school, they are checking the temperature, they want us to wash the hands. So I guess like in every way, even at the gym that I go to, even the restaurants that I go to, they practice this. So I believe that we do have a hope. More than hope, I think we're going to be more strengthened. And I know that we can, fight this through.
So with that, we have come to the end of this talk show where we had Tinalee Perera today. Tinalee was one of our students, and she had gone out to the way, and she had gone different countries, and she had gone and got some qualification, and she had come here as a lecturer back. So that's very interesting for us, right? So likewise, Tinalee, what do you want to give to the public? What is your message to the public?
What I want to really say is that nothing is impossible. If you have the right set of mind that you want to do this thing, you can. Because I'm not a person like that before. Probably 10 years ago, I always thought, what, I'm gonna just be a teacher, probably just no more teacher, not even a qualified teacher. But I was like, what, no, I'm capable of doing something more. And I know that there are so many girls, little kids that are like having so much dreams. I think everything can be achieved if you have the right set of mind and if you work towards it.
So you're trying to say sky is your limit.
Sky is the limit. And I would believe if you want to achieve anything in your life, literally, like if you want to get the PhD at this stage, and if you think that way, you can do it. But you work towards it, you have to work hard towards it.
Thank you, Tinalee.
Thank you.
So, thank you, Tinalee. So now with all these episodes, what we are trying to do, develop a better nation, the better young people, youth, and hospitality professionals. So it's open for all of you. Please do listen to us and subscribe us in future. Thank you.